need anything, just send me a message. I'll be around.
I'll go get us a pen.
109 Sting, 12 Princess Di, 121 Raygun, 123 Tito, 19 Crunch, 22 Foxy, 412 Clear the Decks, 414 Lens Flare, 57 Body Snatcher, 81 Scrappy, and on the bench we have Ren, Jade, Goblin, Ellen McKenzie, and Furious George.
I should have read the numbers. This is what I get for not wearing my reading glasses. There we go.
Prepare for game 2 of a 3-day weekend with, well, we're warming up to.
We are warming up. I love TGSS. It's like Splendor of the Grass, but people actually want to come.
Also less mud. Just the way I imagine mud.
Don't worry. Saying some things is basically half of our job.
It's our whole job, really.
And just once again, shouting out to everybody, the Woofta Global Championship tickets are on sale now.
How you doing? Good, how are you? I'm good. Right, we just... Can I look at your phone for the feed? Is mine is shit and it'll run out of battery in like 3 seconds. I was going to say, do you have a cord that's a normal USB? I have a base. Oh, I just don't have a cord. I'm not finding it. Hello. Oh. I don't have any cases, I only got pens.
We've got Ruby Soho,
I've turned my microphone up. I assume that means it's working. I can hear you. I can hear myself. I assume the same thing. Give us a hoy hoy on the feed if you can hear us. If we're too quiet, too loud, you drive this bus because I don't want to. So we are waiting to see Richter City roller derby from New Zealand against South Sea Sirens. Victoria. Pretty good game. Looking at the lineups and the warm-ups from before, they're looking pretty evenly matched as far as warm-ups, but we can't rely on that. We can't rely on that. But they're coming in pretty close as well in terms of their seeding for this game, so absolutely. It should be a really fun one to watch. Epic, you can hear us? Fabulous. So I'm Pure Energy from Sydney Roller Derby League, and you are? I'm Ankle Grinder from Adelaide Roller Derby League. We've been playing a long time. 16 years for me. 16? That's, whoa. Whoa, I think I'm 13. Well, this is too late, you know. Don't want to sell it too high, but yeah. Whoa. So we got lots of derby knowledge, bit of derby know-how, and yet still learning forever and ever. Every day. Every day. Oh, we've got they're lined up. So we've got Corky lined up for South Sea Sirens versus Clear the Decks from Richter City. And jam is off. Second game of the Oceania Regionals here at the Great Southern Slam. And Richter City for lead. Corky's taken their panty off. I can say that on the live feed. We can tell all the secrets to our listeners on the feed. Absolutely. Star taken off. Pivot not paying too much attention. I think they were like, "Hey, you got this. Don't worry about it." As a pivot, I feel that. As a pivot, you always have to be like, "I want to run away, but I think you need me," because also jammers don't like taking the star off. It's not something they enjoy. No. But as long as the star gets through, it doesn't matter who, as long as the star gets through, that's the thing to hold on to. So we have Bruiser jamming for South Sea Sirens.
Hot Rod for Richter City. And Hot Rod has gone to the penalty bin. Didn't catch what penalty that was, but that is a power jam for South Sea.
And with lead as well. So for those of you who have just joined us, if you get lead, you get indicated by positive pointy fingers by the referee who's following the lead jammer. And that means you have the advantage of calling off the jam whenever you like within that 2-minute period. Problem in this case is the lead jammer has also gotten a penalty for a cut track. So this jam will run for its full 2-minute period time. And we should have a jammer switch. It would have been close to the 30 seconds.
I reckon pretty close. I reckon Bruce is going to be sitting in there for a little bit.
Jammer comes in hot, gets shut down with that beautiful wall at the front. Full complement of blockers for both sides. We're looking at, there might be a split pack. Yep, there it is. Reform back in. Jammer keeps on trotting through the middle, and they're out the front of the pack.
But they didn't make it easy. South Sea did not make it easy then for Hot
No.
Rod.
Sydney played South Sea fairly recently, and they are looking pretty tight. Both jammers on the track now. Jammer hits hard at the back, taken to the outside of the apex. They're bringing everyone to the inside, looking for an O on the out. Beautiful hit there on the outside from 414 from Richter. Very patient jamming this early in the game.
And Bruiser is out for 4 points for herself. So I think that was a 7-4 jam just then. 7 points for Richter City and 4 points for South Sea Sirens.
Fingers still being held up for the paperwork peeps.
Leading 10 points to South Sea's 4.
Speaking of paperwork peeps and our amazing referees, I don't have a list of them. So we're going to try and catch their names as we see them fling around and give them a shout out, because without them, this weekend would not happen. Oh, straight up the inside line there for Richter, number 5'7".
That is Body Snatcher.
Ooh, stunning.
But South Sea's jammer not too far behind.
No. Little hit and quit at the front of the pack, picking up 3 points, missing out on that last blocker's point.
I mean, for me, this is a pretty close looking game so far. No big jams.
Yeah, they look pretty evenly matched. I'd see some big hits, but they're not. They're more controlled, which is nice. I think the floor is helping with that. I'm skating on 93s, and I feel like I've got a lot of traction, but a little bit of slide, not too much. I tried 88s, and that was too much grip.
Too much grip.
Which I never complain about usually.
Well, perhaps you wouldn't if...
We skate on polished concrete as well, though. We skate in the center of a velodrome, yeah.
Oh, I've skated on that track before. That is a slippery track.
It is a slippery sucker, that's for sure. Whenever you get to like varnished floors, the struggle is real though. Jammers love it.
So South Sea jammer is about to push those Richter blockers out of play and get lead, and there they did.
That was a very wide pack. That went for almost half the track.
Wow. So that's Bendy from South Sea, their jammer. Points going up for South Sea Sirens.
South Sea now sitting on 6, Richter City remaining on 13.
As both teams return to their benches after each jam, it's very chill, very calm.
They are calm looking benches. It's looking calm out there on track as well.
For Richter City.
Official timeout. Like to mention during this timeout, 888 revolutionising roller derby safety with cutting-edge helmet tech, unrivaled options like fit options. Stay protected with 888. 888 have really done a lot of work, lots of science going on there. I gotta say, helmets have been great. Haven't had a problem.
888 helmets?
Yeah, you gotta look after your noggin. You only got one. And we're back in.
So that's number 69, Corky for South Sea. Number 085, Hot Rod for jamming for Richter City. One of the Richter blockers just pulling their pack forward so that they can stay in play and block Corky.
Both the jammers really trying to spread him out using some laterals. Bit of offense coming at the back there, coming in hard, but well read by the 3-wall at the back.
Very well read. And that is Lee Jammer for Richter City.
Oh, and we got a power jam sitch as well. Nice situation.
It is a nice situation. Power jam, lead jammer, blocker advantage. This is what you want if you're Richter City.
I think this is the lowest scoring jam so far, time-wise. So far I've seen this weekend. We're only at 6 and 13 though so far. There's another 4 though. It's still very low.
Yeah. South Sea doing a great job at avoiding that O that was coming in from Richter City just then and reforming around the jammer. Who's trying to sneak in through the inside line but denied. Got a jammer from South Sea back, so that's the end of the power jam for Richter.
Well, we got a pack moving backwards. You don't see that very often when packs are going backwards, unless both jammers have been hit out.
Yeah.
There's only one jammer kicking around.
I know, and whenever that happens, I'm like, what's going on? One of us needs to stop going
who's forgotten
back.
how to stop?
Who's it gonna be?
I don't see an advantage in doing it. Unless you got both jammers out and you're both trying to recycle and it's more of a, like,
Well, I mean,
kill
getting
the clock.
off the apex, I think, is a good idea.
That's true. That is true.
Body snatcher for Richter City.
Oh, and we've got lead for South Sea.
Stepping over legs. Does that clear the decks?
That is Bruiser.
Bruiser.
And Bruiser looks familiar to me. I feel like she's been playing for quite a while for South Sea.
Yeah, they do look familiar. But then again, I don't know.
Everyone does.
All
here.
tall skaters. They all look the same, don't
There's
they?
2 shorties sitting on the commentating desk right now.
What do you
and
mean?
The tall jammers really
I'm
stand
heaps
out.
tall. Shut up. What are you, 5? Are you 5'1"?
5'4".
No, you're not.
No, maybe I'm not.
You're not.
I know my height in centimeters, not feet. I'm 162 centimeters.
I think I'm the same. I'm like 5'1",
Okay.
5'2" on a good day.
My whole life I've been
I have
telling
a good-
people I'm 5'4".
And no one called you out on it.
Well,
You got? Are they all too tall to
and now I'm
notice?
getting called out on live broadcast. Here we
Yeah,
are.
jump into the chat. Let us know how tall you are and how much tall skaters are the bane of your existence. Their long legs, looking pretty.
Speaking of tall skaters, the jammer for Richter City, who is
Tiptoeing up the inside of the apex.
Crunch, is your lead jammer. And she's going to just get a couple of quick points and call it before South Sea can get any.
That's a smashy jammer. We haven't
Oh,
seen
that's
one of
4.
these on this track. Yeah,
haven't.
I was surprised. But the refs have better eyes than we do.
So a very slight pack advantage to Richter City going into this next year with a South Sea pivot remaining in the bin.
Spendy once again.
Hey Wedge, how you doing?
Just clear the decks.
So we have Clear the Decks jamming for Richter City. Spendy jamming for South Sea. Both jammers just pushing on these tripods at the moment. Richter getting a little bit of O.
That's offense.
Oh, and that is a cluster of skaters on turn 1.
Got a beautiful 2-wall at the back, just containing that jammer on their lonesome while Richter's still got their O up the front. Lens Flare doing some offense, jumping back into the 3-wall.
We're nearly at 1 minute with no lead jammer.
Wild.
This game so far. Just as I say it, eh?
Oh, there it is.
Oh. No,
Oh,
so
no.
that was a no pass, no penalty. So no lead for South Sea, so lead is still available for Richter. Let's see what they do to get it.
That's wild. So yeah, even if you get out of the pack, if you do not pass all the hips legally, you may not get lead. The trick is to know who you need to repass, duck it back, bring it forward again, give yourself that lead. Unlucky though. But in the meantime, they're still 4 ahead anyway. Cruising. Little tap out at the front there from Sirens 515. They must have been out of play because the jammer re-entered anyway. Do they know their lead? I don't think they do.
I'm not sure. The bench is definitely telling them to call it, but I don't know if they've clocked that yet. And for me at this point, I'd say to try and do a lap now because I reckon that South Sea have already gotten a few points. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a couple. Let's see what kind of beautiful... Oh, no, they got the jammer back as well. Full 2 minute. Boom.
Full 2 minute jam. That was 8 points going up for South Sea Sirens and 3 points going up for Richter City.
Sirens sitting on 17. Or Richter City sitting on 6. I think I need another coffee. Like, they're pretty good coffees, but apparently not strong enough. 26.
17 to 26. This is a close game. We've still got 17 minutes remaining of the first half.
Oh, Ritual. I was just like, I don't know who Wedge is. That's you. That's you.
And that is lead jammer going to South Sea.
Got a multiplayer penalty for the pivot. The South Seas. Oh. And the jam is out as well. We've got a power jam for South Seas now. Oh, scooting up the inside line, following the chaos on the out, picking up four their troubles.
South Sea trying to pick one off at the back there. Now coming in for a bit of O.
Anything can happen in these early minutes of the game.
All the late minutes of the game, it is roller derby.
Pivot returning from the box for South Seas. They're going to try and stop that reset. That's the jammer out now. For Richter, they've picked him up. Oh, and another blocker gone. A bit of a revolving door thing happening at the moment.
There is, yeah. This is some really slow, grindy derby. I feel like this is a big blockers game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has completed initial pass.
I think also if you're looking at the build of the skaters as well, not just the jammers, but the blockers as well, very similar, very strong. And sometimes it's a bit of an advantage to have another team that's a similar skill set because their jammers are used to that as well.
That's true, yeah.
We've got 1 South Sea and 2 Richter City.
And I'm wondering whether these two teams have ever faced off against each other. I don't know the answer to that question,
I'm
but
not
perhaps
sure
somebody
either.
in the chat does.
But also, there's not many pack penalties going on. Like, they're very aware. This seems like an older team. I think they may have worked together for a while. There's no crazy penalties going on. There's no surprises.
8 points going up for South Sea just then, 25 playing 30. This is a close one. If South Sea walk away with this win, that will be an upset based on the tournament brackets.
yeah.
And the winner of this game will go on to play VRDL in the semi. I think.
Really? I don't know. That was a real really, because I'm like, I don't
think
know.
so.
I've circled, I've got the plan, and I've circled where I need to be when I need to be, and then I've also given my plan to some responsible adults to make sure I get there. Not to be trusted.
This tournament is 187 kilopads.
I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
You sounded convincing. I believe you. I believe you. I can see some refs. They're kicking around. We've got Denominator sitting in the middle. We've got Rethany.
Got Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Didn't know my French was so good. I'm so impressive. Roger Ramjet's kicking in there as well. As we see their names, we'll just yell them. So if you hear like a name that's just coming out of nowhere with no context, that's what it is.
Yeah, so that was true. Winner of this game will go on to play VIDL at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Whoa. Holy. This weekend's chockers.
It is
Absolutely chockers.
Yeah.
We got a question on the feed. Sirens, Australian based? Absolutely. We've only got a few New Zealand teams.
We have three. We've
There's
got
three?
Richter City, Auckland, and Pirate City from New Zealand.
Everyone else is Aussie. Everyone else is Aussie.
It's like a bruiser and body snatcher.
Mornington, yeah. Oh, you're feeling it in the feed. Look at you go. South Seas are beautiful people. Like, they are genuinely, every time I've played them, such a joy.
That
Richter
is-
City out though with lead.
Body snatcher lead jammer.
Why is everyone purple?
Richter City really punching through the middle there with their jam up. Shooting out the front of the pack with 4 points. South Seas blocker and jammer going to the bin. Ooh,
Not what you want.
not ideal. And it has been relatively clean, except for maybe the last 3 jams or so.
Seems to always be that way. I feel like you can get through a while and then all of a sudden it's just bam, bam, bam. for a
Yeah, the
little
rhythm
while.
just gets shut.
And another pass for Richter City and 4 points. A good little hip through to get
Yeah.
a couple of points at least.
That's the sign of, I'm going to call this. I'll take a couple more. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I don't want to go past you again, because that wasn't fun the first time. Let me just get those.
Wiggle my way in.
Yeah, wiggle it. Just
Body snatcher, 44 points to South Seas 25.
So we have number 22, Gryffindor from South Sea, who we haven't seen jam before. I think I could be wrong. And number 412, Claire the Dex from Richter, who's been jamming a fair bit this game so far. But it's number 22,
that was a chaotic pack.
lead for South Sea. Gryffindorable.
It seems like between Griffin and, who was the other jammer on the other side? Crunch. Was it Crunch? Yeah, Crunch. Between the both of them, they were both the fastest to get lead so far that I've noticed. Like, they just woofed on through without too much drama.
We've got a star pass for Richter, so it'll be interesting to see what South Sea do. They're going to call it up.
I would have encouraged my jammer to call it. That jammer was coming up real fast, that pivot. I don't want to catch that. I don't want to. That's the fear of, like, do you let pivots go for it? Do you just kind of see and go, maybe they'll get tired, maybe they haven't trained for this? Or do we just see how hard they hit and regret our lives instantly?
Yeah, it's a hard question.
It's a toughie.
So we've got Spendy jamming for South Seas and Hot Rod jamming for Richter. Both jammers that we've seen a lot in the last 19, 20 minutes or so.
Oh, we've
of
got a
this game.
solo blocker. That means that's where the pack is. The front's out of play. They kept blocking. Are we going to give any blocking out of play penalties? No.
Oh no, they have, and they've also awarded lead to South Seas. So I'm not sure if they know that they're lead. Spendy.
Looking for that Cyclones. Oh, beautiful toe work on the outside of that apex. Just tippy toeing around, don't mind me. Just screeched on through. Called it off, they got 1 out, so we got 3 on 3. Yes. 3 blockers apiece.
That was 4 points going up to Richter City and 2 going up for South Sea just then.
So Sirens are sitting on 31, Richter City sitting on 48. Let me see if I can see one of the other tracks for you. I don't know if you're watching on split screen. The Royals are on 86. Who are the Royals?
Question.
Fabulous question.
They're playing Rockabella, who are a regional South Australian league. Who are,
They're on track 4, so if you want to have a look at the sketch, it's over there. So Rockabella's, they're on 63. So, like within 20. This one's, like, all of them are within 20 from what I can see.
yep, we've got
Varsity's-
Varsity playing Newcastle on track 2.
I have to admit, I think Varsity, I was expecting they'd go a little bit more. They got some big hitters.
Newcastle's holding it.
They are. They have been training really hard, to be honest. They've really been training really hard. They've got a couple of skaters there who are doing the World Skate
Oh, yep.
in
Yep.
Italy. Is it Italy?
I think it's
No. Say it with confidence. It's a thing. So they've been working really hard because that's a lot of endurance and stuff in that game. You just quick. Oh my god, pivot line start. Oh my gosh.
Pivot line start and power jam for South Sea. So I'm not really sure what happened at the end of that last jam, but Rigtor City's jam are going into the bin. So I think that Corky will have 30 seconds to do as much as
A little bit of movement. What's happening? They're not sure. Oh. There was
Much
a
as you
pivot.
can.
I didn't notice anyone's hips though. We are in the wrong spot to try and figure out hips though.
that was a good little hop, and
Yeah.
that was quick and easy. It looked like for Corky just then to get lead.
Oh, here's a question. What do you call when you're trying to catch one of the blockers to keep the pack at the rear? What do you call that?
A bunny, catching a bunny.
We call it bunny as well, but other people are like, no, it's a goat, it's a corpse, it's a...
A corpse. That's
Yeah, I know. Whoa.
morbid.
Hey, if you wanted to be aggressive, like, why not? Why not? Let's get a bunny. I get the goat. That makes
Well,
sense.
I reckon bunnies are harder to catch than corpses, though. You know, to be honest.
Well, most bunnies, like, how many times you've gone, all right, let's get this one, hold this one, and then you've gone, wrong bunny,
Yeah.
wrong bunny. It's like that one has been training to be a jammer for half their life. Wrong bunny. Or you get an angry bunny.
Yeah, get a lot of angry bunnies.
There's so many angry bunnies.
It's a crappy position to be in as a blocker. That was 3 points going up to South Sea Siren, so I would say a pretty good penalty kill from Richter. I'd be pretty happy with that result. And we've got Bruiser lining up for South Sea now, against Body Snatcher lining up for Richter City.
Have we got a sanitary box? No, there's a pivot. Still got one in there for Richter. These jammers are really trying to work on the laterals to open up that legal target zones. They're not seeing any options to go for arms. Triangles are just looking tight. Tight as the fish's bottom. Whoa. Beautiful tap out on the out there from Richter 414. Bruiser
think
just
Bruiser-
shaking it off.
Almost got lead then, probably a bit frustrated that she didn't because it was looking good. Got lead going to
Oh,
Richter City.
got a penalty. Here we go.
But Bruiser's now out, and there's a bit of a cheer squad going on for South Sea. South Sea have brought 2 teams to the Great Southern Slam. So the South Sea Banshees, who are their B team, I'm pretty sure are in Division 3. And I mean, I love going to a tournament with 2 teams because it means that you get the best cheer squad.
Absolutely. Mind you, I mean, Adelaide's kind of known for their cheer squads.
I mean, hey, we are. We put a lot of work into it. We've got a cheer book. Everybody's got their own cheer.
Yep.
Got a cheer dress-up box.
Stunning.
It's a thing of pride.
Sydney aren't that organised. Every time we go to put our hands in, we go, what are we doing? All right, we go on 3. 1. It's like the, what is it, Barton Bellas? What are they called? You know, the Pitch Perfect ones?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a movie with singing, and they can't figure it out. They do in the end, which is what we're aiming for. Well, Sydney's aiming for at least this weekend. Hey.
101 Tough Bickies was out for Jammer. This is the first time that we have seen Bickies jam in this game.
And a jump on the apex.
And a jump on the apex. I reckon that's a pretty good debut jam. Lead, an apex jump for 4 points.
Bringing in secrets right at the end of the first half. That's wild. Wild. I mean, but then again, they're feeling pretty comfy and cozy.
Yep, so the scoreline just starting to kind of pull out a little bit now. Got Claire the Decks jamming for Richter. That's against Spendy from South Sea.
And then Richter City losing another blocker, so that advantage for South Sea right now.
Both jammers are out of the pack, but it is Claire the Decks who has lead and is currently scoring points. And the bench is telling Claire to call it, and they heard that and did. So 4 points going up for Richter City in that jam. A very clean 4-0 jam.
South Sea's 34.
You know what I missed though? I missed the 5-point jams.
Right? That poor little thumb being left behind.
I know.
So sad. So sad. But true.
So we have Corky for South Sea lining up against Hot Rod for Richter.
I also
And
miss
a
like
big
Ghost Place.
outside line that was left open there for Corky, but it was number 19 from Richter City, who is Crunch, who just denied Corky that line at the last dying second to give Richter lead.
What have we got? 1 or 2? 3.
Points there before getting hit out and calling the jam. Richter City 63 to South Sea 34.
Our lovely and stylish audience are.
We've got about 5 minutes left in this half.
And we've got Bruiser and Body Snatcher.
Alright, so we've got Bruiser again lining up for South Sea. Going up against Body Snatcher for Richter. But it is Body Snatcher with lead.
That was a quick one.
That was a quick one. And Bruiser is out. Body Snatcher through for 4 and isn't calling it. So, oh, yep. Spoke too soon. I feel like this is the announcer's curse. As soon as I say something, it happens.
I think, particularly with Body Snatcher, they're on the same wavelength. Like, anything I see that skater do, I go, that makes sense. That makes sense. I would do the same. You just got there quicker than I did.
So it's set to be a long weekend.
Also, their game face on the track, terrifying.
Love a good game face.
I don't have one of those.
Me either. It's
No.
just, well, I do, but it's not good. We've got Gryffindorable lining up for South Sea, but it was number 412, Claire the Decks, who had a beautiful O from the outside line to just skip through for a quick lead jammer for Richter City.
It kind of seems like if there's not a really decent clearing O off the start, it's then a grind for both.
Richter City blockers.
Not a whole heap of movement though. There's been no racing.
Well, I don't think those packs have moved past this.
No, I think we've seen them on the other straight like once or twice. So clearly, those are the cheap seats down our end. And the ones up in the grandstands and who've set up a blow-up lounge over there is like the key location. Mind you, the people who set that up, they must be playing a game or somewhere else at the moment.
The lounge is empty. There's a blow-up lounge on the other side of the track, and
On halftime, I'm going to go lie on that lounge.
you burnt it.
I will. I know who has the seat behind, so I will lie on that as well. I'll just put my stank around the track, claim it as mine.
So Richter City out for lead, Claire the Decks. I feel like Claire is going out there a lot. Every time I feel like I'm calling for Richter City, Claire seems to be on very high rotation, and it doesn't really seem to be slowing her down.
Well, they've got really long legs. Make them use them. Make them do the things. Mind you, they might be going strategic and going, you know what, we're gonna give one jammer a particular decent run so that the other jammers are good to go.
Yeah.
Protecting them maybe. Oh, we got a panty on the floor.
Annie on the floor and Richter are doing a really good job at kind of at protecting that.
Yeah, they're doing it.
So at this point, I mean, the pivot could pick that up and then get a touch on it from the jammer, but
it's one of those things that I think it's not done often enough that people forget about it.
that was excellent blocking there from Richter City.
Yeah, really good.
And a tough fight
Yeah.
by South Sea.
34 to
So everyone's still returning to the benches, smiles on their face, high fives. I think we're all having fun, which is good. I mean, if you're not having fun at day one, it's not going to get better until the after party, of course.
Cannot wait.
Oh, mate, I'm so excited.
So we've got number 1054 Spendy from South Sea going up against Hot Rod from Richter City. Both jammers trying to take the outside line and both being denied on that.
Lemon Squeezy really shutting down that outside option off the start. They got really long legs too. Offense had to give up from Richter to reset on the wall, so we got a solid 4 at the back, 3 at the front. Oh, pivot's coming in. Here we go, here we go.
And it is South Sea out for lead, and I don't know if you can hear those cheering in the background, but there is a cheer squad that is going off.
I don't know if they were cheering for lead or cheering because they got blown a kiss. Oh, maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
There's Bendy coming in for a scoring pass now, and Hot Rod from Richter City is still stuck on her initial. Trying to have some eyes on the bin, but I can't really see it at the moment. It looks like perhaps
There's one standing. No bums. Oh, here we go. Lemon's going in.
3-3 for blockers at the moment. Oh, Hot Rod is out on her initial, so let's see. South Sea are going to call it. They've probably got all their points by now.
All right, we got one more jam in this half. One more jam in this half, and then we'll kick into half time. Not many timeouts or anything like that. It's been pretty
Not many
constant.
timeouts. You know, from a scheduling perspective, I think this is a good thing.
This is good.
But
Imagine
these
if we run
skaters-
ahead. Oh, whoa. What would we do? I'll also have a squiz at penalties at half time. They may come up on the screen. I'm not sure. I don't technology. And we'll let you know for those of you kicking around at home.
Got number 69, Corky jamming for South Sea, but it is Body Snatcher lead for Richter. I'd say South Sea did a pretty good job actually for keeping Body Snatcher with only 2 blockers on the track, rather.
I did not notice how Richter just racked up some points in those last couple of power jams.
They have, so the score's definitely widened now. We're looking at 37 for South Sea and 84 for Richter City going into halftime of the second game on track 1, first day of the Great Southern Slam.
Holy dooly. All right, we're going to kick away. Probably go get another coffee for myself. We'll catch you back at the start of the next half, and I'll have a sticky beak at the penalties for you, and we'll see if we can spill some tea. All right,
Nice.
catch you in a bit, mates.
Just volume down, yeah? We don't do anything else.
Just volume down, that's it. I don't know science. There's one. Yeah. Yeah, I keep putting it in their option.
Yeah.
Because I'm that one that the bitches are like, okay. I just have a question. Yeah, I just want to clarify. If I go off the line and I come back in but behind the person who hit me, that's not a penalty, right? They're like, no. I'm like, just checking because you gave me a penalty. I'm like, the amount of shots I have to buy in the aftercard is crazy black. Okay. No, I'm just an asshole. They're doing great. They're doing great. I know they are. I'm just cranky. No, pretty good. We haven't had many timeouts, so we've been like one line. I'm like, oh, they're back again.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Go Reds! Woo! I like this. I can't wait to watch them. Right?
Yeah.
Where they
At least
playing?
then I know I can.
Who are they playing against? They are playing. Ah. Right.
Who's on track? Next up, what? Adelaide Roller Derby B and Albany. Reds, what they got here? Is that a little house? A little lovely shrine to the founder, the Barrel House Bessie, our patron saint. It's actually really pretty. Very colorful.
Is that? Okay. Trials. Running in the bike.
It's not too tall.
Yeah. You are a commentator, right? You can do commentating, right? Me? Yeah. No, not really. I just improvise. Why? Oh, I mean, like, I was just like, shit, we don't have enough. You need me to do it. Yeah. I feel like you're like, I've done it before. Yeah. But, yeah, the house. Sometimes, like, it falls out of my mouth. I'm like, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. No way. Trying to not be a swear bear is half of it. Be back in a second. Yeah, easy. Mama, can you hear me? Hello, peeps. Back on the feeds. Give me a hoi hoi if you can hear me. Happy birthday to Jim Peckable. They've just walked past me. They'll never hear this. That'll be fine. I'll get over it, and as will everyone else. Alright, so we're only like a minute away from tapping back into the second half. It is not that cold down here. If you want to know what the weather's like, it's, well, I don't know. What is the weather right now?
It's cold.
Is this cold?
I think so.
I don't know if this is cold. Like, it's not warm, but I wouldn't say it's cold, though.
I'm wearing about 3 layers. And he's sitting next to me in a singlet.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
cold.
it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad. So we're down in Adelaide. That's in Australia. In Australia, you might be like, yeah, it's like a desert or something. No, it's not. It does get cold. There are some areas where it snows, but yes, a lot of it is toasty. But not here, and not now.
Not here and not now.
No. What is here right now is roller derby. We've just kicked into the second half of Richter City up against South Seas. Both jammers fighting up the line. We're going to start this one with a cut for Richter City.
Which gives Bruiser a power jam. Let's see what she can do in the next 30 seconds.
I don't think they realised that the blocker that hit them out didn't go out. I think they thought they reset real quick. Nah.
It's risky. That
Risky
quick
business.
reset is risky business.
But also high reward. Like if you get out and you get lead,
Oh, it's juicy.
that's delicious.
You want it.
Oh,
Skirting through the outside line there is Bruiser, but she's also off with a penalty. And it looks like perhaps a blocking with the head penalty.
Oh, dang. That must have happened just before that sweet move on the outside there. It was like a puzzle piece of like butt and back arch, both just like, oh, done it. So that means lead Isabel? No.
No, well this will be a 2-minute jam because both jammers have gone to the penalty box this jam. So we're in for the full 2 minutes for the first jam of the second half.
Because that's the rules.
Them's the rules.
Them's the rules. If you're fairly new to roller derby and you're like, you know what, I think I've got a gist of it. You don't. You have a good gist, but you don't know it all. The rules are massive. They're worth a read if you want to mess around with it.
Oh, that was a big fall there for Bruiser. He was
That
really going for
sound.
that toast up run on the outside line, but got stopped. Got blocked.
Yeah. Like, I didn't think planking was back in 2024. They were horizontal.
But look at this, just getting back up and skating around again. What a legend. Great job by Bruiser. And we had a pivot jamming who is stoked on themselves for putting up some points there. It's always a great feeling as a pivot when you get to put some points up.
The problem is, if you get some points on the board in a low-scoring game, you may end up jamming.
Yeah, that's the
That
risk.
is, whoa,
That's a risk.
whoa. Like, how much do you like your team?
So we have Spendy, number 1054, jamming for South Sea Sirens, up against Hot Rod, 085 for Richter City. Both jammers pushing hard on these blockers, but Spendy getting lead jammer.
Cool offense at the back there, popping out that jammer.
Spendy has got quite the pack advantage as well now, so
Oh.
not only a pack advantage, but also a power jam. So this is a great position to be in if you are a South Sea or a South Sea fan.
So we have a South Sea power jam for Spendy. Spend it wisely.
But excellent job there by those two Richter City blockers, and then South Sea just denying the run back
Yeah.
and going forward to play a bit of O.
Oh, down to a single player, which can have its advantage because you are the pack. But don't destroy it.
You are the pack, but gee, it's a horrible position to be in. But that blocker, oh, power to them. That was number 414, Lens Flair, who, as one blocker on the track, held held that until
A mass exodus
their
came
team
and joined
members
them.
could come back on track and support. And Spendy has not gotten out yet. That was beautiful work there by Lens Flare.
And it's been a switch. There's only 2 blockers from South Sea on the track now. Oh no, 1. They're down solo again. They got 1. You don't see that very often when you go from one skating pack member versus a whole team to complete switch.
In the same jam.
Amazing. TGSS, you got some surprises for us this weekend.
The Hot Rod making easy work of that pass there when there was only 1 South Sea blocker on track, sorry.
Holy crackers, what was their halftime chat? What did they do? How many sour worms were eaten in that time? Because this is a completely different game.
It was 12 points for South Sea to 14 to Richter City. So that was a high scoring jam for both teams just then.
It was a spicy meatball, that one. Whoa.
A lot happened.
A lot. Stuff and things. I'm like, we're halfway through bingo already and it was 1 jam. Do we have a TGSS bingo?
We have a TGSS bingo card. It's a sheet.
I need to
We
find one.
accidentally printed it on A3 paper, but there's some others that are printed now. Grab yourself one.
Someone's just sitting in the stands and like, well, you have to tell me what happens because I can't hold this up and tick it at the same time.
That person reading a newspaper? No, they're playing roller derby
They're
bingo.
playing bingo.
Lee Jammer has gone to Richter City.
You should see the size of the blotter though. It's massive. Someone's just dipped their fist in paint. Bang.
Body Snatcher just made really easy work of that just then.
I love how they just roll around and they're just like observing the time. And they're like, all right, well, if I have approximately 5 passes to do in this time. Watch, look at their face. They're just like, okay, time check. Yep, no, I'm good. I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep swimming.
Jammer on a mission.
This is the invasion of the body snatcher.
South Sea certainly putting up
And South Sea's really locked in that defense now. So, oh, beautiful line work there. Wow, that was incredible by Body Snatcher.
That was gnarly.
body snatcher.
As Richter City loses
So the winner of this game plays.
The winner of this game plays Victorian Roller Derby League VIDL at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. That will be the semi-final.
Oh,
Yeah. Straight into it.
yeah, that'll be tasty.
Body snatcher picking up another 4 points.
About 12 seconds
Body
left.
Snatcher really doing great work, that kind of juke and then toast-up pop on the inside line.
Perfect
Stopped
time.
that time, but
Perfect time call off. Because they were like, you know what? I got a couple in that. They got an extra 1.
that was a 25-point jam just then.
Jam there by body snatcher.
So would you say they're pretty good?
I'd say they're pretty bloody
I
good.
would say they're pretty bloody good. I think they did all right.
So the score kind of peeling away a little bit now. I feel like it was very close for the first half of the first half, and Richter City seemed to be pulling away a little bit.
Yeah.
But South Sea's still fighting. That being said, Richter City out for Lee Jammer.
Their jammers are really having a lot of success, a run up the inside line at the start with a really aggressive O. I wonder if they've had a chat and gone, you know what? We can clear this. We're not getting penalties. Let's do this. Do they get the points? Do they get the pens? Oh, hold up. Oh,
4
sneaky.
points for Bruiser. I saw it. I saw her saying that, that she could approach the pack and potentially get some, and she hooked it.
Yeah, but Richter got zilch. Zippo. Nada.
Oh, for real?
They didn't get their hippies passed.
Yikes, that's a win
According
for
to the
South Sea.
positive, strappy people, nay. Oh, if they could do that a couple of times, that'd be the trick.
That is 1054 Spendy jamming for South Sea Sirens up against 085 Hot Rod. And it's Spendy who's out for lead, which is what South Sea need, and I feel like it's been a while since South Sea have have gotten a lead jammer.
Oh, hold on. There's no pack.
There is absolutely no pack.
So okay. Well, hey, you know what? You don't often get those, and if the rest don't pick it up straight away, that's okay. I always love seeing how people react to it, though, because with no skaters from the opposition on the track, you just got to piss bolt forward.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. And if you don't, you're gonna get penalties for failure to reforming. It is a chaotic one, that one.
This is an 8-point jam so far for Spendy, who is making very good work of the fact that they're coming up against not too many blockers from Richter City. That's another
Yeah.
4 points that she's just put up there.
This is going to be a really interesting half either way. Every blocker going for a little love tap on the way through.
It sounds different when people fall on concrete. It is a thud, and that was a thud just then for Hot Rod, but
Yeah.
she just jumped straight
But
back
also,
up and
it's
kept going.
like the thought it's that human's body has taken all of that.
Yeah,
There's
the floor
no
hasn't
give.
taken any of that.
No, the concrete's like, I didn't feel it.
The South Sea bench telling Spendy to run it now and to keep going, which, you know, I'd say is good advice. Try and maximise what you can out of this jam. That was a couple of points just then.
Oh.
There are some big hits going on right
Yeah,
now.
I was just going to say, I'm like, I feel like I heard a couple of verbals out there. I'm like, oh, we're getting spicy. I love
That was
it.
a 19-point jam just then for Spendy.
These are wild. These are wild.
And I think, the game's changed a little bit now. You know, the first half, it was really slow, grindy derby,
Yeah.
4-0, 4-4 jams, and now we're seeing big 17-point jams, 23-point jams.
Yeah, it's bananas. Go inside line, shut down by Richter. Oh, here's the inside line again.
That was beautiful work there by number 46 for South Sea, Steel Thunder.
Now, do you reckon South Sea are going to go for points, and call?
Or would you take a risk at this point? No, you're going to...
I mean, but then again, what was the jam that was just out? Clear the Decks. They've been pretty successful.
They have been
Like,
having a great game.
they've already got long legs. Do you really want to keep them going? No. Make them leave.
And
Go
actually,
away.
you know, short-legged people can do good things too.
Look, just because you're pretty hot shit on the track doesn't mean you need to be saying things like that. Long legs are terrifying. I don't like them. They step over me when I know I've got the line covered, and it does make me feel good.
Look, I've never wanted to be tall before I played roller derby. That's
Really?
It's true.
Do you like roller coasters?
no, yeah.
I wasn't tall enough to go on roller coasters for ages. Like, particularly like the ones up in Queensland with the, like, you start with your legs above. I had to get a boost to get into those seats. I couldn't pole vault.
It looks like we have a timeout. I'm not sure if that's an official timeout or a team timeout, but while we are at it, I'm going to plug 187 killer pads. 187 killer pads, often imitated, never duplicated, stick with the best. Also want to plug to Clinic, who is a sponsor of the Great Southern Slam and the Adelaide Roller Derby League. They're a local skate shop in Adelaide, a proud ADRD sponsor, and have been keeping our wheels turning for 23 years. Not ours, we've not been around that long, but general communities.
I just bought skates from them yesterday, actually. Wonderful service. Stellar. Absolute stellar. And they ship everywhere. You can buy stuff and they send stuff. Ain't that nice?
That is.
Oh, I checked penalties at half time. It's now delayed because I haven't kept it updated. But it's a real flip. So the sirens, you've got a lot more forearms and directions and multis. The other one's mainly directions, a couple of pack stuff in there as well. A couple of lows, but I think that's just a fluke.
We have number 57 out for Richter City, Body Snatcher, who is lead, who is having an excellent game, but unfortunately has just been called out on a back block, which means that Bruiser is going to see what she can do for the next 30 minutes. Is that 30 minutes? Imagine, 30 seconds.
That's the first back block of the game.
Is it?
Yeah. Unless there was one between halftime and now and I missed it. But I don't think I've seen one.
Wowzers. Right, Bruiser's coming in, and Richter doing a great job at just cinching that middle of the tripod there.
They've got the points either way.
Richter City just in time for another block of the lead.
South Sea doing some passive offense, not coming in to help Bruiser. But standing back up now because Body Snatcher is back on the track and making very easy work of that pass.
I don't think you can leave jammers with a Richter 3-wall. Like, they are really controlling their speed and roll. It's just not. Don't make your jammers do that. That's not nice.
Yeah. They're a strong team. They're a strong lot of blockers out there.
Quite a few Richter City blockers in the penalty box during that jam.
Remember, guys, you only get
So this will be a 2-minute jam because Body Snatcher was lead and was sent to the bin. There's been a few more of these this half as well, which is potentially why we're seeing those big scores.
It just seems like Body Snatchers being a lot more physical in this half than the last. It was a bit more of a grind from all the jammers in the first half. Now there seems to be a little bit more, I don't want to say aggression, but aggression.
There's
know,
lots of pushing. Yeah.
There's a lot of pushing and jammers are hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it when I watch jammers hitting at speed. I don't like it when they do it though.
Agreed.
Not nice. So pretty. Not nice.
So we have Spendy lining up for South Sea Sirens against Claire the Deck. Both two jammers seen a lot of track time this game, but it is Spendy who is out for lead, who was actually the last South Sea jammer out for lead. So having a good game.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful reset. Oh, that was tasty. Oh no, they're gonna give them back block.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks cool. Richter now free to roam, but South Seas are really using the other team to create that wall as well. You're like, well, I see you're doing offense, but we'd like you to help us. Thank you very much. What a cluster. This is like a mega pack right now. Panty taken
It's an
off,
absolute
looking
mega
for
pack.
pivot. Doesn't need it. Around we go. Oh!
Excellent hit as the last line of defense by number 175 for South Sea, who is Rogue, who was the foremost blocker and is now run all the way back.
All right, so South Seas have already set up an offense in that Richter wall, just patiently waiting for the right moment. They're doing really well. They're really controlling the pack. If you looked at this jam and this jam alone, you'd think South Seas was smashing it. Like this one's a nice one to watch.
Oh, hats off and
Oh,
hats
oh,
passed. I
sneaky
love that I
pass.
can say this straight away. Tell you what.
Yeah, no secrets between you and us, listeners. No secrets.
So it'll be interesting now to see what Spendy does. Will they call it?
Yeah.
Or will she keep going? Actually, I wasn't in a position to see whether that was a call-off or whether that was just 2 minutes. But that was 8 points there going up for South Sea and 4 going up for Richter.
We are in the final quarter of this game.
It's crazy here. The excitement is palpable.
We have Corky lining up for South Sea and Tough Bickies. Another Tough Bickies jam for Richter City. Tough Bickies are out again. I mean, if they want to keep blocking, they got to stop being so good at jamming whenever
Right.
they do jump out here.
Those cheeky little toe stops, just being just a little bit patient. I think the trick with TGSS is don't underestimate anyone. Just don't.
Yeah.
Give them that extra tap. Give them that extra little bit of love. Hopefully, they'll step out. Oh, backwards apex. Hello. Come on, Lemon. Wild.
That's Tough Bickies again, out for 4. And we've had a star pass from South Sea, so their pivot number 06 Bambi is jamming and has unfortunately just done a track cut that was a really sneaky just jump back from one of the Richter City blockers, which means that Tough Bickies will have another 30 seconds with, yep, they're looking at the scoreboard, they're nodding, they're like, I can see it, yep, I've got time, the other jammer's in the box.
The sign of a blocker jammer.
I can do it, yep, all
You're
right.
like, all right, well, I'll just keep going then.
Yeah.
It's all good. Mind you, they are making it look like a holiday.
They are.
All right, jammer back out now with the hat on their head.
This was initially the pivot for South Sea, who
Ah,
took
yes.
the star.
But they're still on initial.
They are still on initial.
I'd be holding on to that. I'd be trying to make them look for a pivot or forget what game they're in.
Oh, and that was a cut track now for Bickies.
And
I think one of those blockers went out and the other didn't, and they got a bit
Yeah.
caught up in that. So South Sea are going to start with a power
a
jam.
long power jam.
And, you know, after 12 points just being put up on the board for Richter, that's probably what they need right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Bruiser out there who's doing a stellar job at that. So shout out to officials. Once again, you're doing great. Look at you in your stripies and your blacks, looking great. Also, shout out to the track repairers.
Shout out to the track mechanics.
Yeah, yeah.
It keeps us on time because it means we don't need to call a bunch of timeouts and have our officials taping the track down.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Oh,
You do an important job. And that is Bruiser, who is out for
Charging.
lead jammer on a power jam. She's probably going to have, I'd say, another 20 seconds or so. Oh no, that's not true. I lied to you. She's going to have a lot less than
Did
that.
they get their foot down?
Vicky's is out.
Yeah, they're going to give them the 4.
I like these two jammer names together. The Vicky's Bruiser, the Bruiser Bickies.
Oh no. Oh no, I could never. I could never.
So Bruiser's out for another scoring pass.
They're going to run.
And Richter City just
Oh no. Oh,
getting a bit of a bump from their friends there.
Oh, they're going to have to buy them a drink. They're going to have to. Of Hydrolite.
If they remember, you know, if the
Yep.
derby amnesia.
Remember that time where I hit you? No. Which time? I don't know. These calls going on. Getting calls from the bench. Calling it off.
That was 3 more points for Bruiser there. For a 15-point jam just then by Bruiser. Didn't seem like that big a jam to me, but it's probably because she was just making very good work of it and just kind of skating around.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Game on track 4 is 1 point differential. Varsity have charged on ahead there, almost double points on the other track.
So we've got Spendy lining up for South Sea against Hot Rod for Richter. And I feel like this is a common jammer matchup. I feel like these two have gone out together a fair bit. The blocker's doing beautiful work from both teams to hold them back at the moment.
I think it was 50-50 success in the first half, potentially. But Spendy is, they're like, you know what, I'm laying it out. This is what it is. I'm going to get out the front. You're going to get out my way. And that's how it's going to work. Oh, here we
No
go.
pack being called.
Someone's getting a distraction for that one.
Someone's getting a distraction
Yeah.
for that one. Oh, that Richter City pair at the front is doing some beautiful work there.
Yeah. Oh, power jam. What happened over
Ray
here?
gun, and I actually can't.
1-2-1.
Ray gun and Tino there. The two wall at the front that were just stopping Spendy. That was beautiful work.
And just rotating. Just chilling and rotating.
So Spendy's got a power jam now, but Richter are doing a very good job at killing this power jam and not letting Spendy through.
Yeah.
So we do have a Richter blocker penalty, so let's see what Spendy can make of that.
South Seas aren't. They're not
It is-
helping.
Look, it's passive offense. At this point, I would be trying to get Dino
Yeah.
away from my jammer because they are doing such a fantastic job right now.
I think I probably would just take out the brace and just be like, we'll just take this one. Just push that one so the
Beautiful
jammer
work by
knows.
Dino as last line of defense, holding Spendy back for a very long
Yeah.
time.
There wasn't a whole heap of comms coming from South Seas wall either. I think giving distance and knowing how far that they have to push to get people out of play is really important. That was a messy one. Oh, we got an official review.
That took almost 2 minutes to get a lead jam in that jam. I reckon that
Wow.
Spendy got out perhaps within the last 12 seconds or so. So for those playing at home, you can't see the pavilion that we're in right now, but we've got 4 tracks going at once, and you can kind of see them all just. So there's some dividers against the walls, but we're kind of looking at some scores here. So track 4, the Royals 129 against Rockabella's 130. That's a 1-point game, which looks very exciting. Varsity have pulled away from Newcastle. They're on 111 versus Newcastle's 54. And track 3 that's directly opposite us, can't see the scoreboard for it, but there's a lot going on in this one big pavilion right now, and there will be all weekend. So Energy's just gone in to suss out what's going on with this official review.
I just ran.
I saw.
Yeah, I'm such an athlete.
I'm intrigued to know what you find.
All right, so South Seas trying to get a penalty on Tino. That's 1, 2, 3. For a blocking out of play. They believe no pack was called and they continued to play. I think that was right in front of us over here.
That was right in front of us. That was when I was kind of giving him props for how good that block
Yeah,
was.
it was a sick reform. Like, I mean, I'm not a ref and I'm not in the middle and they have the eyes, but I think what happened was Raygun, when the no pack was called, Raygun jumped back like within seconds. And Tino did seem to like disengage for a hot second, was like, nah, I got this, we're good. It looked tasty.
I mean, I feel like a blocking out of play, that's a hard one to get an official review on. Because there are so many of those little jots back in, back out, back in, back out. So
And no packs can be for a split second.
they can, and so to get all refs kind of confident that they saw that moment, you know, it's a tough ask, but you got to ask for what you think.
Absolutely, but also
We've got-
this ref crew, like there is a lot of experience in front of us right now.
There is a lot of experience.
Not all gravy. They have lost that official review. That's our first official review, right?
That is our first official review. Both teams here are just like, these guys are running a tight schedule, and
Yeah.
we will not.
Yeah. Let's respect the derby. Absolutely.
No, I mean,
Quick ref discussion, quick call, onward.
so we've got Corky lining up for South Sea against Body Snatcher from Richter. Both jammers doing some great stuff this half and this game, so let's see what they do. Body Snatcher out for lead. Corky's got the star off, but is still currently the jammer for South Sea.
Giving some straight
Bouncing straight into that South Sea wall.
Grinding at the back there. Corky's really driving on through. Pivot's busy though. They can't help you right now.
It's a beautiful little hop there by Body Snatcher to get around that last South Sea blocker.
Oh, Corky was trying to pass to the Piv. The Piv kind of did that thing where you put your hand back but you keep your hand closed. It was like, you can do it, keep going.
Sneaky stash rather than a pass.
With
Body snatcher through for another.
that thing where you're like, I'm with you in my thoughts.
Yeah. Thoughts and, well, that's about it really. You were a thought. That's it.
That was another mammoth jam for Body Snatcher. Is it 8 points? So, or am I waiting for, I don't think so. I think there's going to be more
Nah.
put up. 11-point jam.
17.
Yep.
Richter City out in front on 176.
Got 5 minutes left.
So 5 minutes left of the game. Richter City has just pulled away by just under 60 points. So
Players, we're having fun.
Look and taste.
We have Clear the Decks jamming for Richter City, and that is
Oh, that's pack destruction already. Oh, there we go. No, yep, still destroyed. Now the pack is up front. I think that's one of those ones that there could have been so many penalties. They gave one. Did they go one apiece?
they did go one of
No, they went one for Southside because they were running away. Oh,
Meanwhile, we've got 4 points put up by our lead jammer from Richter City, who is Clear the Decks.
you've got to say it with an accent. Sorry.
Clear the Dicks.
Clear the dicks.
I can't do a New Zealand accent. Clear the Dicks.
That was good.
Oh yeah?
That was good. New
All right.
Zealanders, if you're in the chat, let us know how we did.
right down once again to keep these.
And if you're not from New Zealand, you can also tell us how we went. We are amazing with accents. Both of us are stellar.
I don't know why it's taken us so long to do that.
I was thinking about it, and every time I read it, I just read it. I'm like, ha ha.
Clear the Dicks is out for another 4 points.
It's so good. So good. Oh, just scooting like a scooter on the outside. That 1 foot, like, whoosh. Which is a long way when you got long legs.
Yeah.
Whoosh. Wait, oh.
Oh, that was some friendly fire there.
Friendly fire after the whistle. Oh, oh no. We're okay. We're okay.
All right, everyone is looking all right.
We're okay.
Great news.
Got a couple of champions.
So the game after this one on track 1 is we're going to see Auckland play against the Adelaide Roller Derby Rads, which is our B team. So another international game on track 1, straight after this one.
Team timeout.
South Sea team timeout.
So we've got about 3 minutes left. This is Jam 13 that we just finished, so we're going into 14. This has been what a hoot. What an absolute hoot of a game. I reckon if all the games this weekend are this level of exciting, we are set. We are set. It'll be amazing.
I'm reading here on the chat that some people think that it was a good accent and some people think that we made it sound more Australian than we already do.
I'm trying to, what? Oh, fish brew.
Somebody from the
fish and
UK is
chips.
saying that they can't really tell the difference between a
Oh, mate, what are you doing?
New Zealand and
Nah.
Australian accent.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we could try and grab one of the Richters and just like chuck them on the mic for 2 seconds and be like, hey, say fish and chips, say deck of smokes, do it. Mind you, we're pretty bogan as far as Aussie accents go.
Speak for your bloody self.
Ooh, you what? There you go, UK got you fitting in there too. This is a very chill timeout. Oh no, it's official timeout. That was team though, right? And then switched.
That was a team timeout for South.
Now
I'm
it's
pretty
official.
Sure. Bit of a switch. They were like, this game's been too efficient. Let's start calling
Slow it down. These other ones still have 6 minutes on the clock. What are we doing? We're running ahead. This is roller derby. We cannot stand for punctuality.
I just want to plug Peak Fitness while we're here. Peak is voted the #1 gym in South Australia. New high performance centre opening in July of 2024. We can't wait for that. Peak Performance.
First aid, track 1, please.
There he is. First aid. Thank you very much.
While we're here, if we could just get another shout out for 888. Revolutionising roller derby safety with cutting edge helmet tech and unrivaled fit options. They're good fit. Stay protected with 888. We are back to the roller derby. We never left.
I've been here this whole time.
And we have Hot Rod, lead jammer for Richter City.
Spendy having a picking up their little.
Oh, I didn't know they were wearing a watermelon helmet.
Well, you wouldn't know.
No. Jammers wear helmets? I thought they just rode around
It's
with.
been a while since I saw the watermelon helmet in action, but I mean,
They were a full thing for a long time.
if you're old enough, as either of us, you know,
And by
Thank
that
the
we mean
watermelon.
at least 52. I want to tell everyone I'm 52, so when they see me, they go, "You look really good for your age. Thank you so much."
they see you skate, they're like, whoa.
Grandma had some uppers today.
No, come on, that's not that old. We've got people of that age in our team, and they're rocking it. So
They could hit me so hard,
yeah.
so hard.
Go for some ham.
So it looks like
Reaching.
Hot Rod has sat a penalty and has come back out on the track.
And of course, if you go on for our lovely fruit sellers,
Meanwhile, we have a pivot who is now jamming for South Sea
And picking up points.
and picking up points. That is number 82, Maple Slam.
first person to get the commentator some ham. I have nothing to give, but you know something.
Hot Rod is back on
Doing some more great blocking there.
contending with that South Sea defense, but they are ruthless.
Steel Thunder.
We got no lead, so we got another 15 seconds. And then have one or two games after that, I guess. Two jams.
But not quite clearing it, so getting sent all the way to that.
So, I mean, how's this as a pivot, really? You take the star, you're in for a 2-minute jam. But you put some points up on the board for your team.
I mean, someone feels great about it. Someone does.
90 for Richter City, and we have
Pivots don't take the star for the glory. They take it because they're like, if I take this and I run up, then someone's going to call it up. What do you mean this is 2 minutes? What do you mean?
Are we two pivots here, Energy?
Yeah.
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 We know this feeling
The
well.
feelings are real.
Great bump there off the line by Body Snatcher, but it was not enough to stop the South Sea Jammer, but
cut track.
who unfortunately is going in for a cut track.
Oh,
So
dang.
after that cheeky body snatch on the line.
That means Richter's got lead.
that does mean Richter's got lead.
And knowing the strategy from this jammer, they are going to let that clock tick around.
This ain't the jammer that you want in a power jam situation now for Richter. Body
This is-
Snatcher has been having an excellent game.
See, now this is the part where it's like, yes, this one's, like, that's wrapped up nice and chatty. Do they need to get a whole heap of more points to boost them up? Like, does differential make a big difference at this stage? It could.
Does differential make a difference?
Will it make a difference? Is there a point in this ladder that will differential come into it?
So not in Division 1. Division 1 is straight knockout brackets, but in Division 2 and 3, differentials are really important.
Yeah.
So Div 2 and 3 are much bigger, and there's pool games
Yeah.
that then feed into an elimination bracket, but Div 1 we started elimination brackets straight away, so
It's clean, it's cut, no math.
that's it. So all Richter need to do is win. But this is a sanctioned game as well, so if they want to make the most of that, then they will be thinking about differential.
Yeah. Nice. I love it when Derby doesn't do math. I love it. Leave that to the officials. Speaking of officials, they're rolling on past us, did an amazing job. And the other officials, they're like TikTok. I'm looking at the time. I need to be on this track because the officials say stuff and we just do it. Oh, hey, monster.
That was the last jam. We're at our unofficial score, which is 128 South Sea Sirens to 206 Richter City. That was a 16-point jam there by Body Snatcher at the end for Richter. So
tasty.
beautiful work by them. They will go on to play Victorian Roller Derby League at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning in the semi-final game. And South Sea will go on to play a couple of consolation games. Don't know who.
Yeah. To be determined. I'm Pure Energy.
And I am Ankle Grinder.
And this is Derby. We'll catch you a bit later. Stick around. We've got 4 tracks this weekend. 4 tracks with Derby happening at all times. So come back, check it in, jump in the chat, have a chat with us. We'll be watching. We'll be here. We'll be around.
I ain't going anywhere.
Well,
away
except for
from the
right now, because
microphone
I gotta
now.
go to the bathroom. All right, bye.
Bye.
Very good.
Great job.
Yee. All right, where do I have to be now? Oh, I didn't look at how many people were watching.